Okay, hit the go live. Let's see what happens.
There we go.
There it is on mine.
We're live. Woohoo!
They got some lag, don't they?
Yeah.
Not really. You got to think about it. You got to go through their server onto the other server.
I know. I was watching a YouTube stream the other night, and there was serious lag between me. Mitch is hiding behind his monkey.
Ah.
Oh, he's
Hi,
still
everybody.
outside.
I'm Spank, the monkey.
Oh, I figured you're still. I figured you're still outside, maybe out in your outside sunroom there.
You know, that was sitting
Hey,
on your
Steve.
face, Mitch.
Well, yeah, sitting on my lap. No. Well, long time no see, Steve. How you doing, buddy?
I know, man. It's been what at least 10 years, at least.
Yeah.
Hi, Jim. Hi, Art. How you doing?
Hey, buddy.
Good to see you, Mitch. Yeah.
Say hello to Bob Casey and
Yeah,
Matt.
Bob Casey.
Yeah, let me pull up
John
the-
Coopy.
John.
Let me get the
John.
chat going here.
Yeah. Hey, did you guys see that video of Ken Dono and the little wasp nest
Yes.
outside his door? Oh, God.
That's
I
hilarious.
just cracked up. That guy's a hoot.
He's on his third. He downgraded his smart controller. Said to hell with it. He downgraded the firmware so he could just use it with the Mavic 2 Pro because he's had such problems with that.
Oh,
And it seems to be working fine now. He made a comment that he's on his third. Well, we all know the other two Mavic Pros crashed. One crashed in the driveway.
yeah.
And then, but I didn't know he has gone through 3 smart controllers too.
Yeah.
Huh? Wow. Must be doing pretty good on the real estate biz.
John Coopy's not blue.
No, it doesn't appear that
Am
way.
I blue?
You're blue, Art.
Oh,
All right, John. I
Breathe,
squared,
Art,
I
breathe.
squared that away. John, I don't have John's address. I think that's probably why he didn't get the email.
there you go. I'm still
How many-
waiting
you
for
got
John to
400
send me
names?
the antenna he promised me.
Hey, Pete Carroll.
Peter
No,
Carroll. Yeah.
Art. I mean, Mitch. It's actually only about 40.
That's a lot. I think I got 30 on my list.
Yeah, it's in there somewhere. I put them all under a Gmail heading, so that I just use that heading like UAV group or
Yeah.
something like that. So then you
That's
can
what I
just
did.
type that in,
Yep,
and it'll send it to everybody.
yep.
Really? Boy, that's so sophisticated. I got mine in a big text file. I just cut and pasted in.
Well, you know what you can do is
Really?
you can just set
Really?
it up as a format and put everybody in as a blind carbon copy, and then just send it to yourself. That verifies that you got, and then no one else knows anybody else's address.
That's what I do. I send it to myself, and then I cut and paste this whole long list and just stick it in the blind copy field, and it puts them all in there.
Yeah.
Say hello to Tomas, Brent Nunley.
Tomas,
Bill,
Bill,
Coast to
coast to
Coast.
coast. How you doing?
Bill.
Brett, how you doing, buddy?
Hello, guys.
Gotta make Bill blue. Okay, we did that.
It's working tonight too, huh? Look at that.
Yeah, and
Bill from
fast.
coast to coast.
Pete Carroll. Did we say hello to him?
I
Yeah.
saw.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pete.
And I said hello to him earlier. I was on with him on Rodney's stream.
Yeah,
I
Rodney
got
had a
that.
surprise stream today.
Yeah.
Jody's here. Hiya, Jody.
Hey, Jody.
I was out mowing the lawn. I didn't see Rodney's.
Yeah, it came up, said surprise stream. So I jumped in and
Yeah.
sure enough.
It was a surprise.
Yes, it was.
This is my new dream. My new dream. Period. It's an excellent TV.
It's not the
C10.
OLG. Yeah, OLG.
It's CX.
It's easy for you to say. So
No, but-
what brand is that? I can't make it out.
LG.
LG.
And why is this one better than the one you have now?
Because the one I have now is actually an 8-bit FRC, frame rate controlled. It's not an automatic 10-bit. And Windows will not see it as a 10-bit friggin' computer.
Okay. So how much is this? $1,000 for a
1,500 bucks.
Holy mackerel! That's one expensive little TV.
Yeah.
And it only goes up to 750 nits. Brightness.
That's plenty bright for a TV.
Well, 1,000 is the standard for, but that's neither here nor there. This has got all the updated inputs, HDMI 2.1, everything I want, but I just can't see myself dropping 1,400 on a TV I'm not going to use, you know.
Well, why don't you look at a good, just regular monitor, 4K monitor, like a 32-inch, and you can do it for about half that amount of money.
Yeah, $1,100 is what I've been seeing. Anything that's HDR Display 600 certified is about $1,100. So I'm just like, this has got to be a joke. I'm at that stage. But where is it? This is one of those that has that nano cell technology where it lights every cell by itself.
It ought to, for $1,500, it ought to cook you breakfast.
Yeah.
And clean the dishes.
Well,
Yes.
I spent that on my Sony Bravia, 2 years ago?
Wow.
More than
And
that.
it's not as good as this.
Yeah. Hello, Mel.
Hello,
Hey,
everybody.
Hey, Mel.
Look at the 55-inch. It's only $100 more.
That's what you ought
Oh
to
God,
do.
I'd go for that, man. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, there you go.
How much is the 120?
They only make it at 77 inches for double.
Last-
That's what, 18 grand or something like that.
No, like about 125.
Oh man, order when you're ordering yours, get one for me too.
I will. I'll just drop ship it to you at the same time.
All right.
Well, what I was trying to do was see, this is what you call Prime Days, Amazon Prime
right.
Days. So I was looking to see if they were having any deal, and obviously no. The answer is
No,
no.
but you can buy a Mavic Mini for $399 with the Flymore kit.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
And the Osmo Action is $199.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's $199.
Yep.
Oh my
Holy
God.
cow!
Ooh.
That's
I
not
gotta
too
look.
much.
Oh.
It's $45 off.
Well, what is it normally?
245.
Is that what they're selling that camera for these days?
Yeah, the Osmo. The Osmo Action. You know, that's what I'm talking about. If I made a mistake,
I thought they only lowered that to 269 for a short time.
199. It was still there.
There it
They
is.
had-
Yeah,
no.
Prime
I
Day
mean
deal.
the regular
Osmo
price is
Action.
$349.
No, it
And
says the
here-
regular price is $234. It says here.
Ooh.
Well,
Hey, Mike Kinney, Rick Halber,
Yeah.
Tomas,
then I
The
got
lights
screwed.
with Dan squared.
Hot Rod Daytona,
Hot rod.
Tater.
Boom, boom, boom.
Hello,
Chris
Mark.
Hope was doing his Sunset Live.
Here it
What
is
do you
right
got?
here. It is right here.
How much?
Yeah, but a couple months ago, it was $349 and they lowered
Wow.
it to $269 or $259 or something.
Yeah, this says price $245 with a slash through it. With deal $199.99.
Okay,
Okay.
maybe it was $245 they took it to because that's when I bought the second one.
Yeah, 245 is what it was at. At
Boy,
least
they
the one I
really
saw
got
this
that
morning.
cheap, don't they?
Yeah. Holy cow. Compared to the 350 standard of like a GoPro and what this thing started out as, that dropped pretty damn quick.
Yeah.
You think they're maybe coming out with a new one? So they're
Yeah.
getting rid of these?
Well, that's typically what they do, DJI wise, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dual screens.
The Mavic, what appears to be pretty strong evidence that a Mavic Mini 2 is on the FCC database now. So it wouldn't surprise me if they've got the price, they dropped the price for that by $100. So maybe they're dropping the price on the Action because they've got another Action coming out pretty soon.
You know what I want to know?
plus
How
the
are they going to
FPV.
beat that? How are
What's
they going
that,
to beat
Jim?
the Mavic? How are they going to beat the Mavic Air 2's standards that they just set and not infringe on that Mavic 3 if there's going to be one?
They can't.
Yeah.
The only thing the Mavic 3 is gonna be, and you guys can laugh at me, but here's what I think about the Mavic 3. Oh, hush up, Art.
Here's a Hero 7 Black for $210.
When it does come, the Mavic 3 is going to be user changeable cameras. Like
Really?
like the Autel, isn't it the Autel that you can change cameras on
Yep.
right now?
The Mavic 2 now is user interchangeable cameras. You can buy the camera and swap it out between a Zoom and a Pro.
So Mel, you have this.
You can't swap it yourself without. I mean, you can do it, but it takes different firmware and everything. It's an entirely different setup.
My friend did it on his, put it in there, and it recognized it. Didn't have to change anything.
Well, it has to change something because the firmware that runs the drone to operate the Zoom is different firmware that runs the Mavic Pro. The Hasselblad.
It was an update. Yeah, a regular update.
Yeah, you'd have to load the Zoom firmware on it. But
Right.
other than that, yeah. But the Autel camera swap thing is no firmware, no nothing. It's 4 screws and a ribbon cable. In fact, you can actually do it blindfolded.
It recognizes the new
Yeah.
components automatically. It's hot swappable.
Autel put it all in the firmware. So when you change cameras, it's a done deal. And I know it can be done blindfolded because Rick Smith made a video doing it.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
So you're
So
pinned
tell
to the
me,
top
Mel,
of
why-
that, Agent.
Why would I want this Osmo Action for $199?
For $199, now I haven't really studied up much on the new GoPro 9 that they just released. But
Well, that's $450 or
Exactly.
$350. Yeah, $350 with the subscription for free.
So I don't know a lot about the GoPro because I don't follow GoPro because I didn't ever really care for GoPro because I thought they were always overpriced. The Osmo Action will go, 20 feet deeper without a case than the GoPro in water.
Don't need that. I don't need that.
I don't know how the GoPro works. The Osmo Action, I know you can plug an external power supply like a charger, plug it into the wall, set it on your windowsill.
Yeah,
and
you
as
can do
long-
that with a GoPro too.
As long as you have an SD card that'll handle the thing, you can do a 24-hour time lapse with it. If
Yeah,
want
you
to.
can do that with GoPro. You can power it through the USB port. But no, I'm serious, Mel. I'm looking at this, and I have that GoPro 7. It's the only action camera I have. It for $200. It almost would be worth picking this up if it's not a piece of junk.
Yeah, well, it's a piece enough of junk that I bought a second one, Mitch. I'll put it to you
Okay,
that way.
I know you got 2 of them. That's why I'm asking
Yeah.
you. You're the expert. Now,
Well,
I
wouldn't
noticed
say
there was a
that.
couple of times it caught you and was in the wrong mode. Is that a problem, or you just have to learn?
And I figured out what I was doing when that would happen. I would think that the camera was already on and then hit the record button. When you hit the record button on the Osmo Action, it will come on and start recording or take a picture, whatever setting it happens to come on in.
Oh, I see. Whatever you shut it off, it'll come right back on in that mode, huh?
No, it's random, apparently.
Random. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But if it's in 2 points, well, let me see here. I'll tell you what I'll do. Whoops, what did I just do?
I know. That's what Ron Lockwood has, and moving around in a helicopter. If you've ever been in one, they move. And I'll tell you what. You want to talk? If you want to talk about stable, he just clips it on his flight suit, and he's shooting right out through the windshield, and you can see the movement of the instrumentation, but yet the horizon and everything else is perfectly steady out there.
Now I was just recording in this with this camera on this gimbal yesterday in 2.7K 60 frames or whatever it was. So I'm going to just turn it on by hitting the record button and see what it does.
That's what the GoPro does.
Okay, this time it came on in 4K at 15x. And so right now it's recording 15 times, so it's recording time lapse.
Well, that doesn't make any sense that it would just come on in some random mode.
I'm going to hit, okay. Now what I'm going to do is, I don't know if you guys will be able to, what happened? Did I turn it off? I bet I turned it off. No, there it is. Okay, it's still on. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but I'm going to put that up to the camera. See if you can see where it says 4K 15x. Can you see that?
I can't. It's a little small.
It's all whited out.
Try make it big, Jim, just for a second.
That's not gonna. You could see the screen, yeah.
Yeah, but can you tell that it says 4K at 15x?
No,
I can't see that.
No. Okay.
No.
Well, you'll have to take my word for it. It says 4K at 15x. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the power button to power it off. Okay. Now it's off, right? Now I'm going to hit the record button to power it back on.
Hey, Mike McReynolds. Hot Rod in Daytona. I checked that out. That's 1440p though. Does that annoy you at all? That screen you were showing?
Came back 4K at 15x. So it came back in on the time on that high speed
Same
time
thing.
lapse.
the one thing,
No,
the one thing, the difference is
Screen is
the
turning on.
Osmo only is 12 megapixel versus the new Hero 9 is 20 megapixel.
Yeah.
That's a big upgrade.
But
What
the
is my
Hero
Hero
9
8?
is a Hero 9 is a bigger camera.
Oh yeah, and it's because
Physically
you've got bigger
overall almost
screens.
too big to fly on a quad. You know, they're getting to the point where the size of these things is getting prohibitive
Yeah,
to fly on a quad.
And again, Mitch, you have to get the media mod for the Hero 9. If you want to have those inputs, baby, you know, the 7 was the only one where you could get that adapter, right?
Yeah, and I've got one of those, but what about the Osmo Action? Do you need a mic adapter for that, or can you plug it right in?
The Osmo Action, there's no mic jack that I know of. You just plug in.
it's
Plugged in through the
an
USB,
adapter.
I would imagine. So
It's like another $45 adapter or something like that. Some ridiculous
I don't know
price.
what it is.
I'm guessing that if you wanted to plug a mic into it, that's what you'd have to use.
Yeah,
So right now I've got it set in 2.7K at 30. Okay, which is what I typically shoot with this camera. 2.7K at 30. I'm going to turn it off. Then I'm going to hit the record button and just see what it does.
Mine stays at 4K 60 unless I change it.
Now see, this came back on at 4K 15x again. Just by hitting
Is there
the
a
record
setting?
button.
Is there a setting in the menu system that says when you turn it on that way, use this setting?
There may be, but I don't recall seeing anything like that.
Well,
and FYI, Mel, the water depth is the exact same for both units.
On the 9 and the Osmo Action? Okay, look at the 8 or something, because the 8 was out when this came out, and this would go deeper. I remember that was one of the selling points.
Well, mine went in the swimming pool at CES, and so did my buddy's. His got water inside it, and we ran right over to the GoPro booth. Mine didn't, and his did, because I was filming that M2 drone,
And were you using the Action or the GoPro?
the GoPro 8s, Hero 8s.
Okay.
They just come out. Oh, that annoys me.
Well, I know that the water tightness of the Action is extremely good because I've had Rick's underwater with no issue, and I've had both of mine in water now with no issue. So that's 3 separate cameras, and they've all got wet and no problems.
Tomas says you need the adapter. It's $25 on Amazon for a mic adapter, I guess.
For a mic adapter, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
Agent
how
K.
does
I
it
could
mount
do
to a
that.
tripod, or do you need to get a case for it, or does it come with it?
Standard GoPro cases that snap around it will go. It'll fit.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
But it doesn't come with. It doesn't come with.
I think it does come with one.
Like a quarter 20 hole or anything? No?
Let's see what it comes with.
Let
It
me
says
think. I
here-
can't remember now. It comes with something that'll mount to the GoPro. Here, I got one right here. This is the case that it comes.
Okay, so it does have one of those cases that you put it in and has the GoPro adapter on the bottom.
Has
Okay.
the GoPro adapter on the bottom that you can put the tripod mount on that.
And that comes with it when you buy it.
That comes with it when you buy it.
I
This
see
is-
PGY Tech makes one for $16.
And it's
as
got
well.
it's got the hole in the side so that if you pop the side cover off where the SD card and charging port are, you can plug a charge port or
Okay.
or USB cable, mic, whatever. So that's accessible with this case on the camera. And then it's got the buttons to change all your settings and the stop on, off, and record buttons on the top of it.
So, Hot Ride in Daytona, the Hero 9 is not waterproof? I see you saying it has a case to make it waterproof.
Oh,
To go
But it's
deeper.
not-
I think it's probably waterproof.
It's waterproof, but it's to go deeper.
Hey, Michael,
I'm not-
Mike.
I'm not diving with these things.
Yeah.
We said hi to
That's
Mike
what-
McReynolds,
That's
right?
what this is.
Yeah.
This is a
Hi,
PG.
Mike
Mike
Reynolds. You said hi to me, Mike Kinney. Hot Rod, how you doing? Tomas says that the PGY Tech has a better case because it has more cold shoe mounts on it.
Capture Life Connections made you a moderator. There you go. You blew.
Yeah, Tomas bought that when they had the sale going on for them over there, and the European side. When they had the deal going, he bought the Action.
yeah.
So
And
what
I
is-
see the Action case has no quarter 20 mounts on it at all.
But it has the GoPro mounts. That's
It
all.
has the
You don't
GoPro
need a
mount.
quarter 20. Yeah,
Right.
because I've got so many of those little adapters that go
Yeah.
to a quarter 20 to the GoPro.
Yep.
Well, according to this, in the box, you get the Osmo Action, you get the camera frame, a flat adhesive mount, a curved adhesive mount, a quick release base, a battery case,
And
locking screws,
yeah,
and the
That's the
USB-C
screws.
cable.
let me see. I think I can show you. Good God Almighty. You know, my desk always looks like a clutter because I keep stuff in reach so I can show it off if I want to. And I'll be damned, I can't find
I'm
what I'm
the
looking
same
for.
way,
Hang on.
Mel. Hey,
So
who
the
wants
Hero-
to see, who wants to see what a deer can do to a Chevy Cavalier?
I saw that.
The Hero
I saw
8
that on the Facebook post, Art.
is down to $299.
Deer 1, Art 0.
Yeah, there.
What I want to know is, tech specs.
I wonder if they got
How do
anything
I
going
share
on
it?
the Hero 9. Any special deals on the Hero
No.
9?
At least not that I was looking at this morning. I was comparing the two.
Key
Oh, Jim,
features.
how's life?
Hero 8,
So the Hero 8's 12 megapixels too.
Hero 8.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. But I just use it for the 4K 60 video.
How do I share this picture?
You just put it in. Yeah, I see it.
Oh, there it is.
Wait a minute. You just did this?
No, this is 7 years ago.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. That deer came from the driver's side over this way. And you probably can't see my cursor. Anyway, it went across the hood and it slid up and took out the passenger side mirror.
Did you see the first year of Sons of Anarchy? The deer was
no,
inside the windshield.
I've seen some photos of deer doing that. Luckily, I wasn't going that fast. I was going probably about 35, 40 miles an hour. But
So
yeah,
the
that was
GoPro
like
Hero 9, the Hero
$800
9.
worth of damage.
Yeah.
So
And my
the
insurance didn't cover it.
the Hero 9 on Amazon is $449, but you get it right from GoPro for $349.
And you get
They
the
got it.
subscription.
It's a
and then you
stupid.
can
Yeah, but
cancel,
they give you the
cancel after
first.
the year.
But they give you the first year free.
Which is normally $60.
Yeah, so you get the camera for $349 and the first year's subscription, or you can pay $449 for the camera. Duh, that doesn't make any sense. And then you can cancel the subscription before it renews at the end of the year if you want to.
Yep.
So
plus
you
show me the guy. Show me the guy that's paying that decides that $449 is a better deal.
And plus,
Yeah, right.
and plus, you get like their care insurance on the camera.
Yeah, you get their
Yeah.
replacement insurance too for
Mitch,
$349.
Mitch, I can tell you who would do that.
I can tell you who they're voting for.
Exactly. Okay, so here's the curved mount.
Right.
Okay. And the attaching mechanism is actually round. It twist locks.
Oh, it doesn't snap in like the GoPro one.
It doesn't slide in and snap like the GoPro. It twist locks on.
So
So
would
that's
you
the
buy one of
difference.
these, Mel? Would you buy one of these instead of a Hero 9?
Yes.
You would, which would cost if $150 more.
The Hero 9?
Yeah, if you but $200 versus $3.5.
Do you need to know who I'm voting for? I mean,
Hey,
No, we know who you're voting for. Yeah.
I'm voting
Those are
for
the ones-
Lloyd, for Christ's sakes. Y'all ought to know that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's a twist lock system rather than the slide in lock.
Yeah.
But I have to go help take care. I'll be back in just like 5 minutes. Okay.
All right. All right.
Okay.
I'll turn my camera and mic off, and I'll be back in a couple minutes. But yeah,
Okay.
Mitch, I'd buy another Osmo Action if I was going to buy another camera. I'd buy the Action again
And the stabilization is as good as the Hero 7 or better.
or better.
Yeah. Okay.
Because when you turn on Rocksteady, what it does is it crops in the image just like any of the other ones do, really.
Yeah.
So it crops it in just a little bit to give the camera room to work, and it's phenomenal.
Does it have that edge to edge? Like a GoPro's got that ultra wide mode that they've got the patent on that, makes drone FPV stuff look so good. I don't know if the Action does that.
I don't know how well the Action would do that, but there was a while, and they may have fixed it with a firmware update, but there was some barrel distortion with the Osmo Action. And I don't know if that's been cured or not. I've not had a problem with it. But like I said, I shoot with Rocksteady on, and I shoot usually 2.7K 30. So,
Okay. Cool.
Mitch,
and that's above and below water.
I got to change the subject. I lost my fight with the water heater. These things, this is about 1/8 of an inch here.
Yeah.
And
I see that.
this is the heating element that goes inside your water heater. That's all
Yeah.
that was damaged on mine. But you can't get them out because when you buy this 1.5-inch socket, it's got a beveled edge.
Oh no. And it's not. Well, you're going to have to take that beveled socket up to a mighty coarse grinding wheel and grind it.
Yeah,
down
that's
to
what I was
flat.
going to say. Yeah.
I saw guys on YouTube do that and still not win the war. I turned around, bought a new water heater, and put the damn thing in already.
There you go.
Too bad I don't. Too bad I don't live close by, Jim. I got a socket that would have worked for that.
They just make it impossible to fix your own stuff. It's a joke.
Okay, guys, I'll be back.
All right, take care. We'll see you. Yeah, back at my old house, we had a hot water heater where every 3 to 5 years we take the anode out, put a new anode in, and
Yeah. That's
boy,
that's so
thing
it doesn't that's so it doesn't ruin the heating elements.
yeah.
Well, you know what you
Well,
can do. You know what you can do is they make the filters for. They're really designed for the tankless, water heaters, and we have one on. It's a big ass filter, and what it is it's got all these pellets on the inside, and as the waters go through, all the minerals attached to the inside. It's good for about 2 years, and then you just shut the water off, unscrew it, get a replacement cartridge, put it back in, and away you go. And we haven't had any problems at all because normally you're supposed to back flush them with vinegar every. They say even twice a year. I've yet to do it since it's been using it since 2018, and it's clean as a whistle.
Wow.
I've heard about that, Bob. Those 6-sided sockets are better. Yeah, definitely. But man, they don't give you much to grip on, brother. You have to remove the wires to even get at it.
Yeah.
That 1/8 of an inch, that's just too much. I couldn't believe it. I have 2 Heroes 3s that I bought when they first came out. Let me see, where is that?
Yeah,
I'll put it up.
I have.
Say hi to Agent K. Agent K. Robert Glazier's in. How you doing?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was Robert's. I'm trying to find Robert's statement on the StreamYard chat.
He's
Why
the
can't I
last,
see
second to the last one in.
Oh, you know why? Because it says you have new comments. That's why.
Oh, you on top chat or are you on live chat?
No. The StreamYard chat, so I can put it on here.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
The socket users
Smart.
would use anymore.
I flew it
Oh.
today.
Oh, you did? Cool.
Yeah.
There
that's
you
the
go.
thing. It flies great.
Oh, super.
Neat little quad. This is the one that I was kind of getting ready to fly last night on the show, and got it all together and
Awesome.
worked great. Yeah.
I saw that. Now, what was your problem with the wires?
It wasn't a
Again?
problem. It wasn't a problem. I had to. I don't use the DJI transmitter with the DJI FPV system. I use my own radio, so I had to. It came with the DJI Air unit, and it was all hooked up to use the DJI receiver and the DJI transmitter. So I had to change it out to put a Crossfire receiver in it.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
No, I'm not an FPV guy.
Well, let me put it to you this way. You know the transmitters that we all use to fly our FPV models.
Yeah.
Well, if you buy a quad or you get a DJI unit, either a Vista or the regular Air unit, DJI system also has its own transmitter. So if you don't have any other quads and all you're flying are the ones with the DJI stuff in them,
Right.
you can use the DJI transmitter. And when you buy a quad like that, it's pretty much ready to go. You just bind up the transmitter and the goggles to the quad and away you go. But if you've got other FPV quads that you fly, the DJI transmitter is useless. So what most guys who are in FPV who've been flying for years with their Tyrannus or they got the Jumper or Radio Master radios, they don't buy a DJI transmitter. They're $300. They just put a receiver in the quads and bypass the one that comes in the Air unit. So that's what I had to do last night, was put a non-DJI receiver in it.
Which I haven't seen it. Which remote is that? They sell a separate remote?
Oh,
The
DJI, I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a
the,
black
Phantom.
version of the Phantom remote. It looks just
Yeah.
like a Phantom remote, only it's black,
Okay.
and it controls nothing but the DJI FPV system.
Right.
Which is just the digital system. So
Correct. So if you have another quad like a Tiny Hawk or any other quad, you have to have a different rate. You have to have a different radio for that. So most guys that fly FPV already have their favorite radios and their favorite receivers that you know, and you'll stick with the same radio you're using. Like Crossfire has the longest range of any of them. So you put a Crossfire radio.
That R9 thing you use?
Well, R9 is FR Sky's version of what Crossfire does. It's the 915 megahertz long range. But Crossfire is kind of the king. I just started switching over to Crossfire recently. I've been using the R9. But they're all just different modules you plug in the back of the radio. So if I want to fly something with Crossfire, I just pull out the R9 module and pop in the Crossfire module, and away I go.
There you go.
In fact, it's what I did today. I flew 3 different quads this morning. 2 of them were on Crossfire, and 1 of them was on R9. So I had to swap modules, but that's easy. Eventually, I'll probably, as I turn these things over or rebuild them, I'll probably end up switching them all over to Crossfire.
Yeah, I'm still a little lost. If DJI is selling a transmitter or a controller that only hooks up to their DJI video system, how the hell is it controlling your FPV unit?
It connects to the flight controller, where your normal receiver would. On the flight controllers, there are both UART serial ports, and there's a protocol called S-Bus. Okay. And the DJI, the 2 wires, there are 6 wires coming out of the DJI Air unit. 2 of them are for power and ground. 2 of them are for a serial port, a UART, transmit and receive. And that's where the DJI unit can communicate with the flight controller, tell it so that the DJI system knows when you armed and disarmed the quad, so it can start and stop the recording. It can transmit to the DJI flight controller the OSD information that you can put on your goggle screens. That comes through the center 2 wires, and the last pair of wires is the receiver that's built into the DJI unit, and that's a ground and an S-Bus wire. So when I got this quad, it had that ground and that S-Bus wire soldered to where the receiver goes into the flight controller. Well, I took those 2 wires off and connected the Crossfire instead.
I knew they had their own NASA system and all that for FPV years ago.
Yeah, this is all new and all different. This is the DJI, they call it DJI FPV system.
I was going to say they never went anywhere with it.
Yeah, well, they are now. It's very popular. Yeah, it's that good.
Jim, what Mitch is saying, he's mansplaining.
He's mansplaining?
Mansplaining, yes.
Oh.
You know what happens when you're in a debate?
I'm not debating
Stingray
anything.
is here. Hi, Stingray.
Just doesn't compute. What's up, old guys? That's right.
Yeah. Well, he can explain it to you, but he can't, understand it for you.
Well, knowing all the parts that DJI makes, okay, go on to their components page and tell me what the DR Pro 900 system is, okay? And then we'll work from there. I mean, they make so many different parts that you wouldn't know what they are unless you have that system.
Well,
and I know
DJI
they have NASA
sells
controllers from long ago.
Yeah, but that's a whole different thing. This system here, I want to show you, Jim. Let me find it here in the DJI store.
I got the answer to that question though, Jim, real quickly. While Mitch is looking that up, it says if you don't know what this is, you're in deep shit.
Don't buy our products.
That's what I've been saying.
I'm okay with that, with not buying their products.
Yeah. Well, guys, I've got to back out of here for a bit. So I'll if you're still on, I'll be back in here in a little while.
Before you go, Steve, in case I miss you,
Yeah.
Sonari wanted me to reminded me to tell everyone thank you. For the
Oh,
help.
you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Anyway. She's in a bad way right now.
Oh, I'm sure she is. Anytime something like that happens, there's never a good way.
No, and it's became a full-time job.
Yep. So I'll bid you all a good evening, and hopefully I'll be back later on.
Good night, Steve.
Good night, Steve.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Hello, Bob. Hello, Lloyd.
Take care. Good night, everybody.
Oh, Lloyd in here. Good night, Steve. Take care, buddy.
Yeah.
Adrian, hello.
Hey, Adrian.
Yeah, so anyway, Mitch, I wouldn't hesitate a bit. I'd buy another Osmo.
Oh, okay.
If I had the budget and if I needed another one, I would absolutely get another one.
They only came
Okay,
down
guys.
$50 on that Hero 8.
Yeah, the Hero 8 is like 2.5 now.
What you got?
I want to show you
DJI
this, Jim.
FPV.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you got here is they sell the system in two different configurations. One configuration they sell is this one. It's the goggles. It comes with the goggles and 2 air units and cameras, but no radio. This is what I bought. This is for the guy that's already got a transmitter that he uses with all his other quads. Okay. Then they have another. System configuration down here in the corner, where you get the goggles, the radio, and 1 air unit. And that's the guys that buy that are the guys that are generally are new to FPV, and they don't want to. They don't want to have to buy a Free Sky radio or something. They just want to use everything with their DJI.
So the DJI air unit will work with the FR Sky or the
use everything
Spectrum.
with their DJI.
So the
Adrian, turn off your echo, Adrian.
there he did.
Okay.
So what I got a question with is, this is all brand new?
A year ago.
A year ago? Okay.
Last August it came out.
I didn't even know they put this stuff out.
Yeah, the DJI.
Well, you know those goggles that I keep showing you, they look like Ant-Man?
Yeah, I saw them.
Yeah,
And the
that's
digital
it.
system. That's all
That's
I
it.
saw.
That's it. Now, when you say the DJI system will work with any radio, it connects to the flight controller, and it's got its own video transmission system. The video part of it has nothing whatsoever to do with the flight controller.
I forget about that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's what I was getting at.
Normally, in an analog quad, you hook the camera to the flight controller. The video signal goes into the flight controller. Then it goes through the on-screen display chip, which adds all the information to the video picture. Then it goes out to the video transmitter. So the actual flight controller is an integral part of the video feed system. See, in a DJI system, you don't even need a flight controller. You can just scotch tape that thing on top of a foam airplane, put power to it, and the camera and the air unit will send the signal to your digital goggles.
DJI goggles, yeah.
Yeah, without having any connection to any component of the airplane.
That's cool.
If you want to do it that way.
And how much is that? How much is that system with the goggles and the 2 air units?
It's about $800.
Oh, okay.
The goggles are $529 if you buy them by themselves. The air units are $179 individually, and the transmitter is $399. So you do save a little money by buying one of the two packages that they have. And then if you manage to wait like John Coopy did for these amazing deals that he paid like less than $700 for the whole system from I think he got it at Banggood. I got one for less than $700 at Banggood.
Wow, because I see that one $929 right there.
Yeah, they were selling that for $700 and some dollars, $799 or something like that. They had a big sale going, and they do every once in a while.
I would love to go digital, but that's out of my budget. Hello, Adrian.
It's not cheap, but if you're going to go with a high-end analog system, you're going to pay $500-600 for a set of goggles, $150 for an analog module. You're already up to and then you got to buy the camera and the VTX. You're up to the same money.
Yeah.
Here's the main question: are you in any way restricted, like how DJI restricts their other aircraft?
No, there's no internet connection. There is no geofencing. There's no nothing. No connections to the outside world at all.
Well, then I actually like it because there's
you do have to go on to use their DJI assistant to when you first fire it up. You have to register it and you get your software updates through that. I made a point the other night on my show. I said I likened DJI and this product to the hottest female you've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
That you put up with that because she just looks so damn good. She looks so good that you'll put up with any crap. Okay, well that's how I feel about DJI. I hate them as a company. If I didn't have to buy a product from them, I wouldn't. But their products, especially this digital FPV system, is the only game in town if you want that quality and that kind of feed. So you put up with the fact that it's DJI.
Nobody else has digital yet, do they?
Not yet. They keep claiming it's coming. But Fat Shark has been promising a system they called Bite Frost, which is now Shark Bite, since DJI came out over a year ago, and they're still not to market. And now, of course, Fat Shark got bought out by Red Hat, so God knows what's going to happen with the digital system. And then another company named Orca, who sells the world's most expensive analog goggles, they keep claiming, hang in there and wait, it's coming, we're working on it, but nobody's got it yet.
Yeah.
Hello, Chris.
He says he invested 900. Hey, Chris, I caught your live. Well, I caught your live stream before we came on. Chris had just gotten home, and what's the first thing he did? He went and tried that darn RTMP to see if he could get it going, and he did.
I got the notification for that. I saw that just as I was coming on your stream. My phone went off. Did it work?
Yeah. I cheated on myself watching him. Let me see who we got. Man.
So I'm still wondering if I should pull the trigger on this Osmo action camera here for $200.
For $200, you can't beat it, Mitch. For $200, you cannot beat it.
I remembered that too, Robert. I remember him saying that. Yeah, you put up with her for only so long.
Yeah.
And then someone said the joke, and then the house is gone.
That was me. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a funny joke. Oh, that was a funny joke, Mel. That was a good one. Save that for Ken Herron's next show.
I want to hear it again.
You want to hear it again?
Yeah.
Tell it again.
What do marriage and tornadoes have in common? The answer is, in the beginning, there's a lot of sucking and blowing, and in the end, the house is gone.
You crazy bastard.
God damn, that's so true. It's so true.
It is. It's the true stuff is the funniest.
Yeah.
I have a buddy that's given away 3 houses, and I've given away 2.
Well, with lawyer's fees, I gave half a house to the lawyer.
And the last one, she wrote the check to the lawyer out of my checking account.
Was it some girl, some woman asks you to marry her, and you say, "Tell you what, let me just give you the house and half my shit, and we'll save ourselves a lot of grief."
That's exactly right.
I'll tell you right now. I was married up until 1998. 5 years. That was it. Never married again.
Wow.
You can live here with me. You're welcome. But you ain't taking shit when you leave. That's how it goes. I learned my lesson
I
one
take
time.
you up on that, but I don't think you're that good looking, to tell you the truth.
And I'm a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Well,
I am a literal pain in the ass to live with.
and
Oh,
you like to spy on your neighbors too.
You're like
Apparently.
us.
Yeah, you're a kinky sick son. Yeah.
A pervert, and every other
The
name.
Oh man.
Oscar
So you-
Madison, right there.
So you know what I went and did immediately after this, and I'm going to need to take a picture. She had bought me, and Mel had sent me some stickers of drone-related stuff. You know, Mel sent me his 400 AGL drone sticker, and she had bought me this transfer of a Phantom 4 and another one that says drone pilot. I hadn't put them on the car. The minute he did that and all that went through, I went and put all this shit on the back of the car window just to advertise in the driveway. You people can kiss my rosy white ass.
There you go.
That's funny.
Now I'm gonna try this again. I'm gonna say hello, Adrian.
How you doing, Mel?
Doing good,
Adrian's
buddy.
cooking. He's cooking. What are we having, man?
Adrian's always cooking, man. I want to go to his house.
Everybody in the chat. No, I'm actually washing dishes.
Oh, so you're
Oh,
done.
we missed
cooking.
dinner. We missed it.
We missed
But
out.
he got that Evo 2 up again and did another test flight on that. And that was, how many feet out did that go, Adrian? 10,000 feet out, and it started giving you real problems? So I said,
Something like that.
to him, try the parabolics, and apparently they don't fit on those antennas.
No, they don't. Not on that one.
Then who was that? Was that not Mike Kenny? Someone else said, oh, Al. I think Al said, try using the antennas with them straight down.
So what's the problem with the fit, Adrian? Do they, when you open them up, does the holes not line up with the antennas or what?
Well, I guess the way the parabolic antennas are pretty much designed is to go into any of the DJI, drones with the remote. But when it comes to the Evo, the antennas are not. They're like really freaking tiny, and the space in between where the holes are, you won't be able to get them in.
Okay, here's what you do. Take a plastic straw and put it over the antenna tips. Cut the reflectors in half and spread them apart and put them on there. All you have to do is make sure that those things are pointed the same direction.
Yeah. I was going to do that, but then I said, nah, I'm not going to mess up a perfectly paired.
Make your own mod, and all you have to do is make sure that those reflectors are pointed the correct direction, and they'll work just fine. Because that's all they are, is a reflector.
Yep.
Take a piece of cardboard and make your own.
But they work. The darn things work. They did.
Well, sure, they'll reflect the signal in one direction more than the other. They'll give you a directional antenna system instead of a omnidirectional antenna system.
And you think about it, I bought that patch antenna, for the Sendence remote controller. Mm-hmm. That's all that is a directional antenna.
That's
it's
all it is.
It's all it. 249. That's all it does.
Yep.
And
one side of it's 5.8, the other side is 2.4.
Use aluminum foil for the back of the parabolic mirror. And then that way you could cook a hot dog on it while you're flying.
Is it aluminum foil or is it some kind of copper? Anybody check that out?
It's like a copper.
Any kind of metal. Any metal behind there would work.
Any metal behind it will work. Exactly.
What's his face? Drone Valley. What's his name? Drone Valley?
Rick Smith.
Rick Smith. Yeah, he did. He just did a video talking about the reflectors and explained in electrical engineer jargon why they work. And it made sense.
And it's true.
You didn't need that, but okay. you're reflecting the signal back around.
Well, what he was the point he made was that antenna puts out a signal both equal in the rear and the front in a teardrop shape signal. Well, the signal that's coming out the rear is wasted. It's gone the wrong way. So by putting that thing
goes
behind
nowhere.
it turns that signal coming out the back around and shoots it out the front too. So that makes sense.
You can use the inside of an aluminum can, beer can, soda can, anything, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And if you did that, you wouldn't even need a cardboard anything to put them in. Just make them fit your antennas and make sure they point the same direction. That's all you have to do.
Those alien techs, are they the twist arm ones? That antenna system that I saw? Or is that somebody else? It's like a power. I was going to get it years ago, and I just never did. You can change out the different antenna technologies. Remember when it started out that you could put an antenna on top of the car hood, and then it would go through the window, and you'd sit there. But then that line of sight became the big thing. But I don't know if it's alien tech I'm talking about. Yeah, muffler tape's a good idea. Holy cow. That is a great idea.
That aluminum tape for ducting, that you use.
Yeah, the duct. Yeah, air conditioning.
Yeah,
duct.
That would be the cat's pajamas. And while I'm here, I may get in trouble for this, but I want to send well wishes and thoughts to the Casey household. They're dealing with some health issues as well.
Yeah, I heard about that. And Rick's still in the hospital, I think.
And Rick's in the hospital. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh, what's wrong with Rick now?
He had some problems with his legs yesterday.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah, something about his electrolytes. Thank you, Lloyd. That's a link, everybody, for the GoFundMe for Tammy, otherwise known as Sonari, that had the stroke last Wednesday. And that's become my full-time job.
Use the SMC Connect. Okay.
At this point.
Those aren't that difficult in a DJI unit. You just split the DJI remote in half, and you can get at those connectors. It's actually easy on the Sendence.
Yeah, it's not bad on
a draw.
It's not bad on the, I changed antennas completely. I did an antenna mod on my Phantom 3 transmitter, and I put the big, tall, flat directional 2.4 gigahertz and 5.8, is it? On the Phantom 3 standard controller. And it helped. It increased the range, and it made the close range more dependable signal.
Oh. Cool.
Well, they finally got them up at 26 dBs now, even on the Mavic 2 Air 2. They're 26 dBs.
Yeah, see, so that's good.
Yeah, they've come a long way. They have the Duo 2 now for DJI. Advertises 3 times the range over OcuSync. OcuSync is pretty damn good. I have no complaints.
It is.
I can go in the same neighborhood that I can only go 700 feet with the original, like Phantom 4 and Inspire 1. That Mavic 2 Pro doesn't give a crap. It'll just go forever. Nothing bothers it.
Yep.
I never fly that far away. I've never come close to flying near the range of those Mavics.
Now, I will tell you, you still have to be careful with obstacle obstruction. I was on some land that had lots of trees with lots of four-wheeler trails. My brother was, I don't know, about 2,500 feet away, 2,000 feet away, and he was at a, let me make sure I do this right. He was at a higher elevation than I was. So my 30-meter return to home altitude was good for where I took off. But when the drone got up on the hill and I was settling down in the trees, to
Right.
get close shots of where my brother was at, I lost signal because of the trees with the OcuSync, and the drone decided to go return to home. The problem was the drone was already higher than the return to home altitude, so it actually lowered more. Okay. Didn't come down to ground level where it was, but it lowered more, which put it more behind the trees, and it started heading home. So it actually lowered into the trees and then started heading home. So you have to be careful with that kind of stuff, just so everybody knows.
Yeah. And Ken Heron knows all about that.
Ken Heron knows a lot about a lot of things.
Didn't that one guy have that problem, and then his battery went low on him? He went out into that desert, but it was a higher plateau than he was.
Yeah. That was Dad Random.
Yes.
And he did that, I think, with the Mavic Mini, and the ground elevation was higher than by quite a bit than where he took off with his return to home, and the drone actually was trying to go to return to home altitude, and it hit the ground first because the altitude was
Oh,
Yeah.
That's something we never have to worry about in Florida, ever.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
pretty much true. Yep.
mhm.
2.4 is correct. The 5.8 is for close-in work because it'll be a stronger signal, and you're not messing with everybody's satellite dishes and home routers and all that crap. But once you get out, 2.4 is the longer signal.
Well, the wavelength of the higher the frequency, the shorter the wavelength.
Mhm.
But what you do have to do is, even around here, Mitch, when I get, I don't know how far out, but when I get a certain point out, it still wants me to raise up because I'll start losing signal bars at, let's say, 100 feet. And you know what I'm talking about. There's nothing out there.
Yeah.
But I still have to go up to about 250 to maintain perfect signal.
Well, that's why on the FPV long range stuff is all down at 900 megahertz. Because the lower the frequency, the longer the further the signal is going to travel. That's why you can pick up AM radio stations from halfway around the world at night.
Yep.
This RTK unit here is on the 900 band also. So it reports back to the matrice and a 900 signal, while the matrice is still reporting back to you on 2.4, 5.8.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Theory.
I
That's
just
the,
got a
Rick.
message in my email. My ballot's been received.
Did you mail it?
No, I dropped it off at the ballot drop-off box.
Oh. And not to worry, Art. It'll be in the dumpster behind the 7-Eleven before you know it.
Yeah.
No, if it's already at the clerk's office, that's where it is right now.
I'm going to do the early voting at the park. It's great. Where I go to fly at the park in the morning at the gym. I don't know if you know this or not, but at the community center there at the park, that's where they have the early voting and anybody in the county can go there.
Oh,
Anybody
cool.
from anywhere in Brevard County. So one morning when I go out there to fly, I'll just run over and vote. Really easy.
They send us our locations.
But you can still early vote at the park if you want.
Nathaniel,
No, I mean,
don't
they
understand
send
your
you-
question.
You guys saw the electoral map that I put on the Lloyd show last night?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Trump's going to get 330 electoral votes. 3 weeks from today.
In Benton County, where I live, we just have one place where we go vote. Everybody votes there. It's the voting commission office or whatever they call it.
I don't know. Have you seen this? I hate to get political, but did you see that thing about SEAL Team 6?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. But Biden was involved in that, and there's just some people that shouldn't be on certain committees and stuff. Remember when Robert Byrd was 80-something years old and he was still a senator? I mean, for Christ's sakes, where's term limits? When you don't know your own name, it's time to stop being a senator.
Patrick Leahy is still a senator.
From
And he's
Connecticut.
on that judicial committee asking questions of Amy Barrett today.
Oh, that was
what, 90 something?
that. I saw a little bit of that. It was
such a joke.
It was such an embarrassment.
Yeah.
That woman deserves to be on the Supreme Court for the sole reason that she didn't sit there and insult those morons.
Yeah.
She just sat there and took it.
Yeah, all it was
Ted Cruz.
It was
Ted
a big
Cruz.
commercial for Obamacare.
That's
For
all
the
it was.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
And
That's what it was
everybody in this country should watch Ted Cruz's little speech that he gave at those hearings.
I heard Ben Sass was pretty good at that too.
I didn't hear. I saw a little YouTube clip of Cruz, and he asked one or two questions and then speechified for the rest of his time, and it was very meaningful.
Hey, Tim. Hey, Ron's here. He's out.
Yeah, Ron
Yeah.
Lockwood, Tim Jackson, how you doing?
I said hello to
And,
Ron a minute ago.
Hey,
Of
bro.
course, Nathaniel Lee. He said hello too.
Yeah, how you doing?
Rick's in there. Hey, Hot Ride in Daytona. Can you email me about that monitor, please? It's 1440. That's my only problem. And does it have 2.1 on the HDMI? Because that's an HDR
Yeah.
1000. Yeah, buddy.
You know that the instant that you click the order button for whatever you're going to buy, then within 5 minutes, the announcement of HDMI 3.0 will come out.
Yep.
These
But
things
if
are
you
like
but
from
if you wait, it won't come out.
2012. They're from like 2012, 2014. Why the hell aren't they on our computers already? I don't get it.
Yeah.
It's just like what you guys were talking about a little bit ago. It wasn't just a couple of months ago. I bought the second one of these
Yep, I
for
remember.
$249, and now they're $199. But
Well, this is like
What
Black
I-
Friday, though.
what I also got was a charging hub and 2 extra batteries. See, because when you buy this, you only get 1 battery with it.
Yeah.
But this one, when I bought it, I got a charging hub that'll charge 3 batteries, and I got 2 extras. So they're thinking you'll have 3 batteries with 1 camera. What I really have is 2 cameras and 2 batteries now.
For each. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Nathaniel Lee saying, where is Claude? Claude made himself a woman known as Suzuki something.
Heard
Yeah.
that story. Steve Carpenter told us that story.
Yeah.
So Claude's apparently off the charts somewhere.
Yeah, he's adios. He's
Yeah.
That's what
out
he's
of
talking
here.
about.
Yep. Yeah, Thomas, it was a great deal. That's why I jumped on that one. Although, if you get, I don't know what, are you just getting the camera and the battery and the case? Is that what Steve said for the $199?
You get the basic camera kit. You don't one
Okay.
battery, the case,
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have any actions yet?
Me?
Yeah.
I have a Hero 7.
No, I mean Osmo actions.
No.
I'd recommend a second battery.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that Hero 7, I love that thing.
I need one of the little square heroes, one of the little ones.
Yeah, but they don't make them anymore. You have to buy a refurbished one. The problem with the refurbs is they don't put new batteries in them. I bought 2 of them one time. They were $130 at Amazon refurbs.
Yeah.
Thing looked like brand new. It came out of the box, wouldn't hold the charge for 5 minutes. The batteries were totally shot in them, and I sent them both back.
So that means that this little gizzy whapper on top of this drone is no need to have it anymore then.
No, you get yourself a Runcam 5 orange, $100. it's perfect for an FPV drone. It's not stabilized or anything, but you can do that in post if you have to. But for $100, you get a little RunCam 5. Fits the exact same mounts as the Session 5 Hero.
Okay.
You know,
Osmo versus GoPro battery life.
yeah, I got the GoPro battery life. I bought 2 batteries, but on the Hero 8, I can't complain about the battery life. The damn things really hang on for a while.
Yeah,
The 7 is okay.
I can't complain about these either. They do real well.
How much filming are you going to do in a day?
Not a lot, actually.
Steady. You know, if when you're not shooting with it, if you don't just leave it sitting there, does the GoPro stuff do the Wi-Fi so you can look at your footage on your screen and stuff right away? Okay.
Yeah. In fact, that's real handy because when I stick it on the hat mount, in order to tell where it's pointing, I go to my cell phone and I can see the picture on the cell phone, and then I can adjust it. You know, because I do that when I'm want to fly and try to film the airplane at the same time.
Can you control it, record, and all that stuff, and change settings? Okay, so it's just like the Mimo app.
Yeah, do everything from the GoPro app. If you can get it to connect. Sometimes it wants to connect, sometimes it doesn't.
Oh, see the only trick to connecting it is just you have to have it off, turn it on so that it refreshes the Wi-Fi output automatically, and then start the app. Good deal. And it'll stay connected as long as you have the app open.
Right.
That's right. Ron brings up a good point. Claude has a new channel. I think it's Michigan Adventures or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not going to talk about him. So.
Yeah.
Several
I
others
gotta
say
get
he
off that.
doesn't care to associate with the drone community.
No, he's like into those gaming weird people and all that. So whatever.
Well, he freaked out
Robert
at the beginning.
Glazer, go ahead.
He freaked out in November and December last year about getting his 1,000 subscribers so that he could monetize. So he went, and I told him he didn't have to worry about it because he thought it was the end of a 12-month period. So the end of the year. It's the 12 months, 1 month drops off, you gain another month, right? You're still in that 12-month time frame.
Yep.
Well, so he went to all these weird channels and cooking channels and all kinds of stuff and started subscribing to all of them so that they would all subscribe to him. And then they all started coming into his live streams. And to be honest with you, I don't know how you get subscribers and keep them on a live stream if the camera's right here shining up your nose and you're clicking on your computer and you're not talking to nobody, you're not showing anybody anything, you're not doing anything. Who's going to watch that and why?
You know what happened, Mel? Did you hear that? I said I wasn't going to talk about it, yet I'm talking about it.
Yeah.
Just as we're live streaming, as we're live streaming here.
Just between the 5.
He was live streaming, but yet he showed his YouTube page showed that he was Suzuki Vlogs at the time. That's how they all caught him. And people were very offended because he was emailing other human beings in the drone community as Suzuki Vlog.
Yeah.
Sending the female picture and all that. So people have a right to be pissed.
Okay. Well, I didn't,
Steve Carpenter told me he was getting emails left and right from the Suzuki.
Yeah, same here. I was getting some too.
I never got a one. Maybe it's because I
didn't either.
Subscribed so long ago. I don't know.
No, they don't like Japanese women don't like me either. I didn't get any of those emails.
Yeah.
Mel, this is the little RunCam 5.
There you go.
This is before the orange one. This is the black one, but the orange one's supposedly a little better, but it's 4K. That's 2.7K at 60. It's a nice little camera, but it's got the rubberized outside, and it's exactly the same size as the GoPro Session 5. Fits all the same mounts, which is...
Well, I'm assuming that's what that mount is, but I don't know.
It is. because that was the single most popular camera for FPV drones until they stopped making it.
Okay.
And the sessions too, right?
Yeah, it was the Session 5. The Hero Session 5
Okay.
was the model.
Yeah.
Ken Heron's
Well-
got three of them. He
Yeah,
had
he's
four
got-
and broke. He had and broke one, and they're like gold these days. If you got them,
Yeah.
you can't get them. You can get
That
the
still
refurbs,
work.
but the batteries are shot in them. Yeah, they're no
Mhm.
good.
Yeah.
Now I
You
have
can't-
the GoPro Hero 5 that's not a session.
You can't replace the battery in the sessions.
No,
No.
not in these. You can if you want to follow the YouTube video and like replacing the battery in an iPhone. You know, you need to buy a whole set of special plastic pry tools and you need heat guns to soften the adhesives. So chances are, by the time you got it opened and closed again, you broke it.
Nathaniel, you are, but in that sentence where you just asked the question, you've already said your 2 bad words that you're allowed to say. You've exceeded your limit already there, buddy. Sorry.
Mike at Night Train says he has a Session 5. Hold on to that Session 5, Mike. I'd love to have one of those that actually works.
Where's that, Mike's? Yeah, session 4 and 5.
Yeah.
I had only heard about the session 5. Well, I guess that's about where I came into that FPV world.
They got
where
good-
everybody
good-
was using them.
And they give you the good wide angle view. They got good stabilization, and they're small and light, relatively.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know why you go through that for a YouTube channel, because when you turn around and you see, I think the only one I know that actually made money was Brian on TDR Drones, because he pumps out a video every day.
Yeah.
He said he just churns them out. He was on here telling us that he made $6,000 over 2 years.
Yeah. And just so you guys know, I'm going to be trying to do more YouTube stuff.
Well, you got the boat now and the airplane.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
want to see it. Hey, Mel, that twin engine airplane you built.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neither one of us could. I was trying to remember the name of that the other night. It's Catalina,
It's a PBY Catalina.
PBY Catalina, and I couldn't remember it. You couldn't remember it. You were sitting
Yeah, I
there, and
know
I'm
it,
going,
right?
Jesus, what the hell
And
is the
it's-
name of that thing? I know it.
As soon as I shut everything off, I was like, you know,
Yeah, same thing with me. It popped right into my head.
Yep.
Catalina.
That's the way it works, isn't it?
That's called getting old, Mel. We're getting old.
Hush.
I made a what I think it was Revell plastic model of a PBY.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
As a
float
matter
it?
of fact, I had it hung up in my my bedroom when I lived in Michigan. I had a whole bunch of World War II era planes hanging from my ceiling. I think I even had B-52 up there. Hey,
That makes us all very happy, Lloyd. So yeah, guys, I just got reminded of something. Well, I got forced into talking about it before I wanted to. I was waiting to see if anyone noticed, and nobody did, Bob.
Yes, I see the flag.
Let me
Bob
adjust.
oh,
Casey
they changed the
wooden
calendar.
flag. No, the Bob Casey wooden flag behind him.
Oh, yes.
Bob Casey
Oh.
made that in his
Oh,
shop.
isn't that nice?
Oh,
That's
nice.
beautiful.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's the Bob Casey wooden flag right there. It arrived
Gorgeous.
today, and I almost immediately put it together to put it on the wall. Now he sent me 2 different hanging options, a cable and then the little jagged bar that you could put on each side, but this is a plaster wall, lap and plaster. So I can just imagine trying to get 2 exactly level nails in the wall where
Yeah.
I could hang that thing and have it be level. So I went with the cable, and in the center of each star, if I remember right, it's a 9mm shell casing in the center
Even
of each
better.
one of the stars.
Oh,
Let me
cool.
see. Now, I moved all this stuff so it wouldn't be in the way of the flag, and now I'm gonna try and put it all in the way of the flag.
Right.
But I gotta make all these rotations and do all this stuff. Where's my vMix? Right there. Change camera to this one, and there we go.
Oh,
Now,
yeah. Cool.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a close-up shot of it. And then down here, let me just unclip this dang thing and move it around.
And it says, "Don't tread on me." Cool.
Don't tread on me. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if this will focus that close or not.
Oh yeah, we can see it.
Yeah, we can see it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But each star, and Bob proudly and meticulously fired each one of those rounds so that he could put them in that calendar, that star field. So,
Well, Mel, how can you sit down flat on your wall with the shells sticking out the back?
no, he fired those casings.
Into the star. He's a damn good shot, Bob.
Man.
Center shot each one.
Right.
Yeah. And it's really good construction. I'll tell you what, guys. Each stripe is an individual piece of wood. They're all laminated together.
Yeah, you can see that with the wood grain there.
Yep. And then on the back, there's 4 uprights that they're all screwed and glued together. So that thing ain't coming apart. I mean,
Oh yeah.
if it comes apart, that means something really bad happened. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now I got to raise that.
They will be for sale at a future date. Bob will be taking orders on them. I have one on order that I will be putting up in front of my front door, above my front door.
Under the drone that you have hanging up there.
No, the front door of the house.
Yes, I mean you need to hang it. Don't you have it? You haven't hung a drone over your front door yet to scare away the evil spirits? Oh,
Good
Yeah,
night,
too
Ron.
bad you can't. Mitch,
Mel.
you live close to Jim.
yes.
You can 3D print the parts enough to make it look like an M210 and glue it together and let him hang a fake 3D printed M210 up there.
What he needs is he needs to have a camera on it that when this guy walks down the street, the camera follows
tracks
him.
him. That would be
Yeah.
that would be epic. That would be epic. Yeah. Yep.
What that? Speaking of that OM9 from DJI does that with your phone, right? It does the same thing as that egg, that power egg. It has that AI feature where it'll track somebody in the picture. Am I correct?
Don't get me lying to you.
I saw one at CES, $50. I mean, so I don't know. It's marketing, Mitch. It really is marketing. DJI sells it for $200, you buy it. This guy sells it for $50, nobody buys it. I saw knockoffs of the Pocket at CES.
Oh, there's a ton of those things. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Ken Heron did a review on one of them. In fact, I think he was giving one away. If I remember.
If I was in the drone business, I don't think I'd ever send Ken Heron anything to review.
He's a little rough on it. Or doesn't read the instruction manual. He just, let's go. Boom.
At least he's not shilling for these companies.
Right.
Gotta
I
give it
remember
that.
What was that one drone? It was legit, though. That one drone he did in the football field.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
explicit or
No, it was the X Dynamics.
yeah.
X Dynamics.
yeah.
Evolve.
Evolve.
Evolve. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the most beautiful looking piece of crap that there ever was
Yeah.
invented.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks gorgeous.
Oh, and the controller looked like it was amazing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he landed that thing just a little bit hard, and that prop popped off and went flying. That was epic right there. You couldn't create that if you wanted to.
I was just going to say, you couldn't plan to do something like that and catch it on film.
Nope. And Brian blew one of those for a few days and had some video on his channel too, I think. Unstable. I mean, it drift all over the place and all kinds of stuff.
It got all 300 feet up and it lost signal.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And the guy from Hawaii, he did it, and it was like it couldn't get off its feet. It was catching. Yeah. Those front legs were catching as it was trying to get up and get away. Oh.
They tried to come back again not too long
ago. The Evolve 2, yeah. I don't know why they haven't put it out.
Whatever happened with that?
I think it went extinct.
Oh, Jim has the instruction manual for it. That means Jim bought it.
Sure.
No, they were all out there at CES. It's it was a beautiful bird. I can't bitch about it. But it just it's all 4K with changeable lenses and all that crap.
Right.
But where is it?
Yeah, that's what happens. They come up with all this hype. At least DJI comes out with real products.
I've seen one or two guys actually buy the Power Egg.
What was that controller that Ken tried that he really lambasted?
Oh, joystick.
Aviator. FT Aviator.
FT Aviator. And I talked to Scott at CES, Scott Brzezinski, the astronaut, and he was really upset about that video. But
you think
between him and
Bill,
yeah,
Bill the drone reviewer, that was epic. That was one of the epic fails of all times.
I have never seen someone panic like that in my lifetime.
Yeah,
I hope I never do again.
But that FT Aviator did have some great ideas, but its fault was operating through the controller for the drone. It wasn't a controller. It was a joystick to try to mix the controls with the actual controller. And you had the phone. You had the phone involved. You had a Bluetooth connection to the phone. Yep.
And you had so many gizmos involved in all of that.
Yep.
Metro Drones. Hello, Bill.
Hello, Bill. How you doing?
Hey, Bill. How you doing, buddy?
Hey,
you had to hook it to the controller physically, right? Wasn't there?
No, you hooked it to it went to your if I'm not mistaken, to your by Bluetooth to your cell phone.
And then from there it had a direct connection to the controller because you could not set the controller on a table and walk away.
It had to be a direct connection too.
It had the controller had to be on your hip or in your possession in order to use that.
Absolutely, yeah. Because I remember it's like when I saw Bill doing it, it's like you're holding three things. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And then its problem was it wasn't perfectly smooth. When you turned, it didn't yaw smoothly. The drone would go like this.
And that's called digital proportional, which it was not.
Mm-hmm.
But they did make
the
improvements.
Controller wouldn't make up
it.
for it. The controller wouldn't adapt for it. The other thing I got, Mitch, with the charging kit and everything with the second Osmo Action was these neat little cases that I can put the batteries in.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. That are laying here on my desk.
What's that, Mel?
A case for the battery for the Osmo Action.
Oh, okay.
When I bought that charging kit, it came with the extra cases for the batteries.
Hey, let me ask you a dumb question.
No such thing.
Actually, there is with me. I don't know what the hell. I bought the Mavic 2 Pro Flymore kit, right? This is, I guess, 2 years ago now. I have never, ever used the car charger.
I
haven't either.
I haven't
Where
either.
the hell is it?
What do you mean?
Was it? didn't you have to use the charging block to go with the car charger? Like, didn't
No.
that charge? No?
No.
You could the plug on the house charger and car charger are the same plug. It will plug onto a battery or into the charging hub that will charge all 4 batteries.
I have never seen the damn thing. I
The
swear
car
to
charger?
God. Yeah, since the day I bought it.
So the day you bought it, you lost it, and you don't know what you done with it.
And I keep all my crap. I guess we all know I keep it in one place.
Well,
What does it
apparently
look
not.
like, Mitch? Right. That's what
This
I'm
is-
saying.
Yeah, but this is not the block that you use with the house charger. The car charger is all hardwired. On one end, you got the cigarette lighter adapter. On the other end, you got the thing that plugs onto your battery. And it's a
or
one-piece unit.
battery
There's
hub.
no. Yeah, you can
This-
plug this into a battery hub too. Yeah.
This came with the Flymore kit, right?
Yes,
Yes.
it did. Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
the hell is it?
Well,
Was
I
it
got
in a
one
sep-
right here.
I
Was
got
it in a
mine.
Where it
separate
was?
box?
Yeah.
It was in there. It was in there somewhere. I don't remember unpacking it, but here it is. This is what it looks like.
I've never seen the damn thing. I swear to God.
Well, go look through your boxes because it's probably still sitting in there all wrapped up with plastic around it and everything.
Probably.
I
To
still
show you I
got
never
the-
used it. I still have the little cable tie things that they give you are still on there.
Yeah.
Never once used it.
I
I go out with 3 charged batteries. I never fly 3 batteries. So
It wouldn't charge
Oh,
fast
man.
enough anyway.
no, it
Actually,
charged faster in the car supposedly than
supposedly
in the
faster in the car than in the house. Yeah, that's a quick charger.
Yeah.
I
But I've never used mine. I'd have to go dig it out of the box back there with all my other extra crap in it. I don't carry it in the drone case or nothing.
I keep it in the drone case. Another thing I never used that came with that Flymore kit is they give you that little gizmo to put on your battery with a USB port on it, so you
I
can
use
power.
that
You can
a
charge your
lot.
cell phone out. You can charge your cell phone from it.
Or tablet or anything else.
Yeah.
Controller, anything.
I have that.
I use that. I use that quite a bit.
Never used it.
I don't know, Jim. I have honestly never seen the thing. The black piece Mitch is talking about, I have inside the top of my Mavic Mini. Mavic
It
2.
comes in its own little white box. It says DJI on the front.
Yep.
Hey, Jim. When it comes to mine, I got both because I got the Mavic 2 Zoom and Flymore Crumble and the Pro Flymore, and so I basically have 2. I mean,
So
I
you
got
got 2 of them.
You don't have them,
Two
yeah.
of them
I
you
have
never use now. Yeah.
and I
I'm
never
not-
used them either, but I have them.
Yeah, I'm not saying I need it, but I actually went looking for it the other because I've got the original. I bought the original Osmo. You remember that one?
Mhm.
So I
Yeah,
could
I've got
use
one of those.
So I could use the X5 camera from the Inspire Pro on the Osmo handle, and that would work. And then I
Right.
went and bought the Osmo Plus because that camera automatically did the zooming. I liked that. These were $600, $700 things at the time. I think
I've
you
got
can get
an
them for
Osmo.
$50 now.
I've got an original Osmo, and it still works good, but I never use it for anything.
I bought Power Extra batteries off Amazon. I use it.
Did you? I got
Yeah.
3 batteries for the Osmo, those long, skinny little batteries. And of course, you need a charger. That has its own charger. The batteries for the Crystal Sky, you need a separate charger for that, and a
Yep.
power supply for that charger.
Speaking of the Osmo 3, you can't change the battery in that, can you? Nope, I don't think so.
No, the Osmo 2 was the same. The battery's built in. You just got to charge it up inside.
Okay.
And I think those are those 18650 batteries that are just up in the middle of it.
But you can't get it out. These things are the greatest little batteries. These little lithium-ion batteries.
Right.
I use them in my goggles, in my FPV goggles, in my radio transmitter,
Right.
and in some of the small little fixed-wing airplanes. You make battery packs out of 2 of these, and you fly with them for an hour.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think
I
of this
have-
one, Mitch?
What is that? A motor?
Titan 12.
That's a big ass motor as well.
That's
Is that
a
for the
12
boat?
turn.
Is that for the boat?
That's one for the boat. The boat's going to have two of these. I've already got both the speed controllers and both motors and everything for the boat.
Wow.
Which is something that someone that we all know and love, air quotes, said they were going to give me a bunch of this stuff, and then said that because it's a ground unit, you have to use a special radio for ground stuff. You can't use one that you would use in the air. And I made corrections and said that's not true. It used to be true, but it's no longer true.
Yeah, for 2.4 you can use anywhere. It's the 72.
You don't know what you're talking about. So I was told I didn't know what I was talking about because you can't use the same transmitter for air devices that you would use for ground devices. And that's absolutely false today. Nobody uses 7,200 megahertz to fly airplanes anymore. Nobody.
Except you.
I don't. You know what? I got to defend myself on that.
Wait, Mitch, give me the backstory while he's off. His airplane's on 7,200.
No, he bought this used airplane, and it came with the radio, and it was an old 72 megahertz radio.
Okay, I remember he was showing us the tag.
I went to Harbor Freight.
All right, bought a case.
And I bought a case just for this to live in.
That old radio, I'll be damned.
That's the transmitter, the receiver, and the battery pack. Okay.
Well, I got $2,000 worth of JR 10X radios sitting in my closet that are 72 megahertz radios that are useless.
Actually, they're not useless, and you know why?
Well, I can plug a module in the back because it's got the module bay.
This one does too, but either way, they're not useless. You know why?
You can still legal.
Tell us.
Because you can absolutely use this and not worry about getting the clothespin off the wall anymore because nobody else is using this shit.
That's true. Until you go and fly, there'll be some fool out there with one on your channel. Shooting right out of the sky.
Imagine that. Now, are they going to make that illegal? Airwave frequency wise?
Never.
That
will always be reserved for the model aircraft hobby.
But nobody uses it anymore.
Nobody uses it anymore.
No.
And they do, I think now they've got some other stuff that might operate on those bands. Like back in the old days, we had to worry if someone might hit their garage door opener.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it would actually affect your airplane. So there may be more of that worry nowadays than there was back then, but that it'll still always be.
Well, think about this, Mel. Think about the range we used to get because 72 megahertz is such a low frequency compared to gigahertz and even the 900 megahertz, which we use for long range today. 72 is less than 10%. I mean, the wavelength is long. And those signals would travel far. And that was a problem because you could have somebody 5 miles away flying something in his backyard and shoot you right out of the sky.
Yep. But that also gave us some fun things that we did. I remember learning to do a 180-degree turn with my airplane by counting. I would count till the wings were banked at the angle I wanted. I would count until the airplane would make a U-turn coming back the other way, and then count to level the wings again. And we used to do that. We used to get a 3-count bank, a 10-count turn, and a 3-count bank back to level, and we would fly our airplane till we literally could not see it. Now I'm talking airplanes with 5, 6, 7 foot wingspans. Okay.
So then
Big
you
airplanes.
knew how long it was going to take to turn around back to you when you couldn't see it.
And then fly it back. And that was always that was the high. It's like, yeah, man, I did it right on. You know what I mean? Because there was a lot of guys. There was a lot of guys because when you fly the airplane and think about the angle versus range, if you're 1 degree off 5 miles away, well, that's a mile this way, right? A mile sideways. So if you were 1 degree off on your turn 5 miles away on your U-turn, your airplane might come back, but it's come back a mile over here, and you're not looking for it over here. So you never see it again. Literally.
Yeah, that's the more likely outcome of trying to fly an airplane 5 miles away.
Which is why we got so excited about when we actually got it back.
Yeah, they didn't have They didn't have stabilization in those days. They didn't have return to home buttons. They didn't have any of that stuff.
Yep.
Speaking of return to home, Jim, I gotta blaze out of here. Get ready for bed.
All right,
Thanks
Arthur.
for having me.
All right, Art.
Mel, good to see you. Mitch, good to see you. Take care.
Always.
Well,
Adrian,
we're reversed, but that's okay.
Jim.
I'll see you later.
All right.
See you, Art.
Take care, everybody.
Take care,
Have
Art.
a good night.
Good night,
All you
Arthur.
guys in the chat. Bye-bye.
Eat more possum. I got to make him blue.
Oh, we're big now. Hey, we're big now.
Oh, man.
Jim, where's
There
the
we
crowd
go.
tonight? Usually you got to play musical squares on this show.
I don't know. We're boring tonight, I guess.
We're not boring.
Oh, so anyway, Mitch, what I wanted to show you was I had to buy this. This goes under. I have to lift up my hood, take off the windshield wipers, and then remove that plastic cowling just to put this piece of rubber.
Oh, God, what's that for?
This is how GM designed the Chevy HHR. This piece of rubber. See, this is the windshield
Okay,
wiper.
but what's it for?
Okay.
What's it for?
It covers
the
the-
gasket. What's it for?
There's a huge hole in the metal frame of the vehicle that that piece of rubber covers so water doesn't go in. And that rubber is covering, if you take the rubber off, there's your fan to the inside of the car with the air filter.
Oh, that's why your car was getting wet inside?
All right, I'm coming. Yeah, she needs me. Mitch, take over.
Tell me a joke. Hey, Bill, is Bill from Metro Drone still here? Yeah. Hey, Bill. I flew it today, and it flies great. This is the thing we fixed last night. So Bill was in on that live stream, and I did get it going. So I'm gonna one test flight. I'm gonna take it out tomorrow and fly 3 or 4 packs on it and try to get some decent video from it to show on Thursday night. So we'll see. All right, I'm done. Mel, take over.
Adrian, I'm going to pass it to you for a minute because I'm still warming up.
Holy cow.
Okay. Well, I've actually been trying to get some footage so I could try to do my little series of range tests that I want to do with the parabolic and also the Yagi antennas. But the weather here in my neck of the woods is crappy. Storming every day. Mitch kept telling me, well, Adrian, wake up early and fly. I got to be at work at 5 o'clock in the morning. I can't.
Yeah. Okay, we'll give this a try then.
Overcast out there today. It was terrible here. It was supposed to be nice and clear, and it was just overcast. 800-foot scud layer. Ugly.
Alexa, tell us a joke.
A chainsaw goes to the barber. The barber says, "Let me guess. Buzz cut."
Ugh.
Wah, wah.
Welcome back, Jim.
That was disappointing.
What can we do for you?
How you doing, Jim?
There was a cereal box, swear to Christ, that was moving. That's what
What?
she was yelling about. There
thought
was
they
a
were
cereal box, like Chex cereal or cornflakes. The box was moving.
And you saw this.
I saw it with my own 2 eyes, and I have it out here in the garage, waiting for something to come up out of it. And damn near killed myself, slicing my wrist, getting out of here so fast.
So
Ran in,
you
So
think
there's
there's something
something-
in the box making it wiggle?
yeah.
Why is it not moving now?
She says, "Why is it not moving now?" What am I, psychic? I don't know.
It's got
Did
stage fright.
did you look in the box?
I'm gonna in a minute. I had to come back.
Hold it
No,
up to the
man.
camera.
Yeah,
Share this
man.
with us. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Not often
yeah.
we get to see a
This
a
is,
rat
you know-
come out of a cereal box.
Yeah, come on, man.
They
Talk
all want me to
about
open the box here on camera and see if a rat comes
talk
jumping
about
out.
views.
I'm stuck here in the corner, man.
Oh, you moved pretty quick a second ago. Go get the daggum box.
And I tripped over everything there is to trip over in a garage.
Robert says to shoot it with your gun.
Look, I'm not kidding.
Oh
I damn
God!
near
I
killed
see
myself.
that you did. You hurt. You injured yourself.
Hey, Mel.
Well, she never screams, "I need you."
Okay. Hey,
Yeah,
Mel.
that's.
Hey, Mel. You know that Alexa told you a crappy joke, right?
And you kept the live stream going?
Yeah.
Jim.
Yeah. Dedication, man. Dedication.
Yes, Adrian.
All right. So, you know, Alexa told you a crappy joke. I got a couple of jokes for you.
Okay.
What did one butt cheek say to the other?
Not in the box, it's under the box.
I don't know.
Believe it.
Adrian, what?
What did one butt cheek say to the other?
What?
Anyone want to take a stab at it?
What did
No.
what cheek say to the other?
What did one butt cheek say to the other? Mitch?
I have
Yeah.
no idea.
Okay.
Anyone want to take a stab at it?
Together we can stop this crap.
Together we can stop this crap.
Okay.
Actually,
Alexa, Jim.
I got another one. How do you embarrass an archaeologist?
how do you embarrass an archaeologist? I don't know, Adrian. Let us learn.
Give him a used tampon and ask him which period it came from. Jim, are you lost?
I
Give
thought
me
that
used
was funny.
condom.
No,
No.
a used tampon.
It says,
Ask
how do
him
you
what period
embarrass?
it came from.
It says, how do you embarrass an archaeologist? Give him a used tampon and ask him which period it came from.
28-day cycle. Let me see.
Okay, I got another one, and this is the last one. How
Thank
is
God.
sex, how is sex like a game of bridge?
How is sex like a game of bridge?
Yes.
No clue.
If you have a great hand, you don't need a partner.
Well, that's true in bridge, I guess.
I don't even know. Does anybody play bridge anymore?
I don't.
I don't even know what the hell it is.
Yeah.
Okay, Adrian.
Uh-huh.
What are the 4 stages of married sex life?
Get some, got some, and ain't getting any. That's 3.
No,
I don't know.
that's 3. Well, that's just about. Okay.
I
Stage
give
1.
up. Go ahead.
Stage 1, right after you first get married, kitchen, dining room, it don't matter, anywhere in the house.
Mhm.
Stage 2, living room, maybe in the backyard on a blanket trying to be romantic, right?
Mhm.
Stage 3 is restricted to the bedroom, right?
Uh-huh.
Stage 4 is what they call hallway sex. You know what hallway sex is, Adrian?
No.
It's F you as you pass in the hallway. Now, Adrian, that you are enlightened with the 4 stages of marital sex, I'm going to ask
Jim,
you a
it's-
test question. What does it take, or do you know what it takes to totally, completely, 100%, beyond any shadow of doubt, unequivocally satisfy a woman in bed?
First of all, you're using big
it's
words.
It's a yes or no question. So, do you know what it takes to completely, total, beyond any shadow of doubt, 100% satisfy a woman in bed? No, that's too bad.
Oh, you crazy bastard. You got me in that one. You got me in that one.
That's the I do, and I ain't telling.
Yeah.
So Mel, if he said yes, what would be the answer for that
You'd
one?
say,
Those-
"Welcome to the club."
welcome to the club. Yeah, those kind of jokes, you get them either way.
Either way. Yep.
Yeah. It's like the question. So when did you stop beating your wife?
Your Honor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Mel,
Hey,
All right.
Adrian.
We're gonna wrap
What?
it up.
why didn't the toilet paper cross the road?
Oh God, what are you reading these things from?
Mel, this is for you. Why didn't the toilet paper cross the road?
Did or didn't?
Why did they not cross the road?
Why did the toilet paper not cross? I have no idea.
It got stuck in the crack.
It's stuck in the crack.
Jim, it's fading fast. It's going downhill.
Yeah.
Is
Jim,
there any hope of saving this thing?
I
yes.
think I'm gonna go look.
The-
It must, my car charger must have came in a separate box.
It's in the main box, Jim, with the
In a separate
Flymore.
box.
The Flymore kit's in a separate box. The
Yeah.
extra batteries,
Yeah, but there's a
charger,
white box in there that
the
had the car
adapter.
charger.
Do you have
in
the
it.
little adapter that plugs into the battery for the USB ports?
Yeah.
Well, then you should have the car charger. You just
Yeah,
got
I
to
bet
figure
you-
out. It's either still in the box, or you
Yeah,
put it somewhere and you don't recognize where it's at.
No, Mel. Here's the thing. You got women, okay? I'm out here in the garage so this is where I smoke, right?
Okay,
They take over the whole God blessed house,
right?
and I say, don't touch anything that's mine. Don't care where it is. Leave it there. Don't touch it. I'll move it. I bet you that box, just being a white box, got tossed in the garbage or something.
Not if it had
well, it would have
something
some
in it,
weight to it. It would have
Yeah.
some weight to it.
because that adapter, that
Yeah, this thing has
converter
some weight to it.
it weighs half pound or so.
Yeah.
And if
just
that
haven't seen
happened from the garage, the official like man cave, what the hell's a woman allowed in the man cave?
No,
Dude,
that
You're
that's
gonna
not-
lose your man card.
Those boxes are still in the house. Wait a minute. It's inside this Flymore kit box.
That's where it should
Take a
be.
look.
It's in here.
That's where it should be.
There ain't nothing
Look
in
at the
there.
picture. Look at the picture on the front. It shows you.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's
but
right there.
I didn't get it.
Yeah, you
it's
did. You just don't. You did. You
it's
just
a
don't
box
know where
about
it
that
is.
size.
Hey, Jim, it's there. You just don't know where it is. It's there. Because again, I got two, and it came in the box.
Maybe you put it in. Maybe you put it in one of the other boxes for the drone, Jim.
It
Hey,
must
Jim,
be because
I promise you that I did get it. You probably lost it somewhere and you don't remember.
this says Mavic 2 Part 1 Flymore kit. This was probably the charger. It's been opened. Yeah, I didn't get.
Yeah,
The
you
one.
did. You
All right.
probably misplaced it somewhere.
Tim
It
Jackson
says-
saying he didn't get it either, but
Tim said, "Yeah, I saw that."
I've never heard of anybody not getting one of the items inside the entire Flymore kit.
Oh
I
wait, there's the Mavic 2 Pro box, which is a separate.
Did
box.
you get the case, Jim? Did you get the carrying case?
The leather
Yes.
case.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the Flymore kit. Yeah.
Yeah. See, and I put the black thing up in here, Mitch. Up in
Okay.
this part.
You sure that's not the car charger up there?
I'm going to check right now because there's another Mavic 2 box.
No, didn't you mean in the top of the case there, Mitch?
Yeah, you didn't put the car charger in the top of the case, did you?
You
What's
can't.
in the top of the case?
It's too big. The top of the case is just the little connectors that they give you.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So the
okay.
charger's not in there.
Okay.
No, it's too big
Where-
to put in there.
Where'd you put your regular charger, your wall charger?
On the floor in front of me,
Well, good place for it.
because that's where I charge the batteries out here. This is the Mavic 2 Pro box.
Does it feel like there's anything in there?
You know me. Here's the block. I'm telling you, I did not get one of those goddamn things.
Let's see the comfort.
You sure it's not in the glove box of your car where you put
No.
it? So you figure if you needed it, it would be there.
Never used it.
Huh.
I'll tell you why. The only time I used something, I blew out the battery and the alternator of the car because I shut the stupid car off. I was sitting there, hooked up a TV to an inverter, hooked the TV up to the HDMI port on the back of the DJI controller. So I'm sitting there watching my airplane on an HD TV in the trunk of my car. Knuckle brains shut the car off. So now it's just sucking it from the battery. So when I went to go start the car, it blew the alternator.
Oh,
I'm telling you, I got robbed, boys.
well, I got
And
good news for you, Jim. Even if you had it, you'd probably never use it anyway.
Right, yeah. I mean, I
I've
wouldn't
never
use
used
it.
it. Okay, so Jim, here's the $64 question. What the hell are you worried about it for?
Because I'm supposed to have it. I wanna. She's beating up the box now.
I don't know what it is.
Now she wants the box to move.
Well, go open the damn box on camera.
I can't because
Turn the camera around, face it the other way. There you go.
Why wouldn't it move now?
she's saying, why wouldn't it move now?
Because there's nothing in it.
The box moved. I saw it move.
It was moving more than one time, and then I saw it move a couple times, and then
Where
I
was the
like,
box
oh,
sitting?
I better go get you because I didn't know if it was a mouse or something. I could have done it myself, but now it's not moving. So where did the
Because if it is, look at the bottom of the thing. Is there a mouse hole in it?
Oh, he would have climbed in through the top.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it probably already got out.
Come here. Bring that box to me, son of a bitch.
Got away.
Yes. There's a look.
Or it's in there.
Put it near the camera. See how?
Oh, look
well,
at that.
see- Right there.
So he
Before you-
escaped. He escaped before you
Could've
picked
already
up the
got
box.
out.
He
Which
probably
means-
escaped. They're saying he escaped when I picked up the box.
So now the mouse is in the house.
Alright,
Or he
well,
went out the
now
garage
I'm gonna
door.
take it-
Shut up! Don't tell her that. Yeah, when I put it out here, honey, he ran away. He's a smart house mouse. Well, don't touch the crap. Just throw it away. Guy could have hunter virus for Christ's sakes.
It ain't gonna have no virus on it.
Do not tell her that thing's in the house.
You know it is.
Are you kidding me? She'll be ripping this house apart.
You know it is.
No, what? No.
What did I get?
Nothing. I didn't say nothing.
It's in the house.
No, they're talking about the box of cereal.
It's in the house.
I can tell you one thing for sure. This has never happened on a drone live stream before.
I've never heard of it happening. Yep, that's very true.
Yeah.
It's in the
It's
house.
it's a first. It's a first, Jim.
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
That
Jim, you
case-
got ripped off, man. You got DJI ripped you off if you didn't get that 12-volt car charger. You should be
It's-
furious.
Oh no, don't get me started.
Oh,
No, but I was just wondering, and you're right, it shows it right on the box. I was wondering, and because the original Osmo, you can even hook up your Inspire battery right to the Osmo. So
Yeah.
put the Inspire battery in your pocket, and you can film for days with that damn battery.
yeah, no kidding, right?
So I don't know. When I hear you guys talking about the car charger, I'm like, I've never seen one.
So, Jim, I got to get back on the other topic for just a second. When you picked up the box of cereal, the mouse escaped and ran into the box of cereal next door because he had a hole in that one too, I'm sure.
I know that, you know that, but you can't say that. I'll go get the traps. I got traps for that crap.
I'm just saying you better check the other boxes of cereal.
They're in. I don't know why that isn't, but they're in those plastic tubs.
Oh, okay.
We usually keep everything in the plastic tubs.
So you have a mouse problem then.
Oh, come on, man.
So you just admitted it. If you have to put food in plastic tubs.
I do that because I hate roaches. And in Florida, we got something called palmetto bugs. These
You
things
gotta
are-
love them.
They're freaking huge.
Yeah, then they
They're
look like
roaches
a
that are
roach.
this long.
Yeah. They're here too.
They make a very satisfying splat sound when you step on them.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're also good practice with a 22.
Yeah, they go crunch when you step on them.
And I've got that. It takes 4 batteries, by the way. I can tell you that because I've used it so much that I've had to replace them. The spray, the house spray that kills 99 kinds of spiders and all that other shit.
Yeah.
I spray for that crap all the time because I hate those palmetto bugs. I hate them. So now I got to go put some glue traps out or something.
Well, I'm going to say
But,
goodnight on that note, Jim.
I'm
me
about
too.
in the same spot.
Yeah.
Adrian looks like he's ready to just tip back and go to sleep on the couch.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, probably.
Tim, I bought this thing like in 2018. I don't think DJ wants to hear from me again.
no, I don't. That's for sure.
Right?
Alexa,
All right.
what is today?
It's Tuesday, October 13th.
Alexa, is there anything special about today?
Okay, here's this day in history. Welcome to this day in history. From History.com. October 14th, 1947. U.S. Air Force Captain
This is
Chuck
not
Yeager
the
deployed
14th.
first
Alexa,
flight
stop.
after the-
Well, she's in China, man. It's the 14th in China.
Alexa, stop.
She's drunk, Mitch.
It's the 14th in China already. See?
I'm
Now we
sorry.
know where she. Now we know where she lives.
Unfortunately, Alexa, that bitch, she's drunk. She's drunk.
Tim Jackson says I set his Alexa off. Alexa,
Well, whenever Heron does it, they all go off.
Alexa, please order from Amazon 2 DJI Inspire 2s, Flymore packs with battery cases and chargers.
It can do that?
Yeah.
Alexa, please order an DJI Matrice 300. Alexa,
She's not
Also-
answering you.
She's not
add
listening.
a large pizza. No, it's because I'm talking to Tim Jackson's Alexa, you guys.
I knew you were. I knew you were.
Do you guys hear what they did? What they on South Park? Did you hear that?
No.
What the stunt? I hate to do it because the last time I did it, my Alexa in the other room went ahead and actually did it.
Uh-oh.
I won't use the name. I won't use the name. I'll say Amazon, okay, instead. So on South Park, one of the little characters screams out, "Amazon, order the box set of South Park episodes." And everybody's friggin' Alexa all over the country placed, tried to order the South Park box.
What a gimmick. That's funny.
And the last time I told that story on my live stream, I said the A word. And
Uh-huh.
damn if my didn't Alexa says, "Do you want to order the South Park box set?"
I was going to say that's like 23 years or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's huge.
Oh my God. Probably expensive too.
And they got in trouble for that one.
So you're
That's
gonna put it
funny
on
though.
there?
That is funny. That's classic.
Yeah, it really happened. Now, most of the they have a special, I think it's a special frequency or some kind of thing they encode with the name. When you hear commercials and things or people on TV, like the news broadcasters say the word, your Echo does not respond. They have come up with a way that they can mix something else in where you don't hear it, but it does. and doesn't respond to it. But when somebody like Ken Hearn or those of us that aren't mixing that particular signal in there say it, they all respond.
That's interesting. Okay,
he's
guys.
got a particular signal he uses?
No.
No.
The people that use this particular thing they mix in is so the echo does not respond. So if you're watching the morning newscast and they mention the word, your thing will light up for a second and then turn off again. Okay. It won't actually do anything. It knows to ignore it. It's interesting.
All right, guys. Thank
Have
you.
a good night, guys. Jim, thank you.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, everyone that donated on the GoFundMe thing for Sonari, and anyone that hasn't seen it, feel free to look it up, and because she's gonna definitely be needing some help. Anyway, thank you, Jim.
Thank you, everybody. See you later.
Take care. How do we get out of here?